Well, howdy, folks. It's time for Beyond the Smoke Barbecue Talk. So grab your drink of choice and come gather around the fire as we talk all things Beyond the Smoke. Featuring pitmaster chats from all your favorite names in barbecue. We chat about competitions, pits, meats, and everything in between. From barbecue to grilling, from trimming to smoking, we got you covered. Got questions? Let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks for coming, friend. We're glad you're here. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk some barbecue. It's time to go Beyond the Smoke.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Oh, another Monday. What's up, Chase?
What's up, Chase?
What's up, Chase?
What y'all
We
get
made
into
it.
this weekend?
We made it.
We did.
Yeah. Bam.
You look tired, Anthony.
I know. I'm just trying to shake it off, bro. It's Monday. Damn. How was everybody's weekend, man?
Pretty good. Not too bad.
Not
Don't
too
ask
bad,
what I
not long
did. I
enough.
can't even remember. So.
You bent somebody over for a rec deck is what you did.
Oh yeah. That's what I did. Dude, I've been cooking on that damn thing. That's quickly becoming my favorite pit, dude. Like I was telling Kyle today, dude, that thing is just so easy. Like, I don't know if a Traeger's the same way or whatever, dude, but that thing is a beast for sure. I've never cooked on Traeger, so I couldn't tell you. And it just makes everything so much easier, man.
Oh, yeah. The
If I'm
convenience
home,
of it.
give me a pellet.
Yeah,
I'm ready to roll.
For quick things. So
Yeah.
it was in pretty bad shape when I got it and got it all cleaned up. Shit, that thing looks brand new. So hardly used, man. Hardly used. Had all the grill grates, the top shelf. I mean, everything was there. So
Hell of a deal. Yeah.
so not too bad. Too bad. What about y'all, Anthony? Don't say you've been working, dude. Don't say you've been working all this.
Nah, bro, nah. I was gonna say that. I actually stayed up late cooking a brisket all Friday night for my niece's housewarming party in Big Lake. That went out pretty good. Did some of my famous, apple pie baked beans and whatnot. Shit, it was awesome.
Third
What's
place.
up, Donnie? What's up, Lance?
Third place,
Lance.
baby. What's up, Lance?
Did you cook it on that? Did you cook it on that $1,500 TMG you got?
$1,500. Yeah, that will. That paid the shipping cost. Yeah.
He's trying to get that for $1,500.
Yeah, but it was on the TMG, bro, on the Heritage 48.
Yeah. How does it feel to fire up that offset every once in a while?
It's good, man. It's a good feeling, bro. It's like it's all where it all started, off of an offset. It's where I first learned how to smoke anything. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool, man. It kind of makes me feel like humble, makes me feel like an OG when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then I remember why I don't do it so often. So,
What
man,
about you, Sam? You're still over there, dude. You're still in the hotel.
Still in the hotel, man. I'll be here until November.
Dude, I'm starting to think that's your trap house.
It is. In the big city of dumbass Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all almost done up there or what? What's going on?
Nah, man. We're just getting started.
Really?
Yep. So I'll be
Damn,
here
bro.
October, November.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah. It's not too bad, though. Drive up Monday. It's about 2 hours, and then drive home Thursday, Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep, up until harvest, and then it can be 14, 21 days before I go home.
Damn.
You need to get in the oil
Kinda
field. You
depends.
need to get in the oil field, dude.
Nah, I like Plainview too much.
And Kyle, I saw you turn on that pit maker, no? Do a little testing.
Yep. Yeah, I played around with it a little bit. Got to figure it out. It runs a little bit different than the Jambo did, right? So I just gotta learn it, play with it, kind of figure out how to keep the temps where I want it.
Yeah.
But
You do you a biscuit test?
What's that?
You do you a biscuit test?
Yeah, I did. About 20 degrees different from the top to the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Shit, about 20 degrees.
Yeah, from top to bottom.
How does it compare to the Jambo as far as the way it runs?
Man, it runs great. It just runs a little bit different. It probably uses a little bit less fuel than the Jambo does.
Mhm.
But I mean, it runs good, dude.
Nice.
Right on, bro.
Shoot, yeah.
I know, man. Them chops look delicious, though, bro. Shit,
Dude.
they look fire, bro.
Yeah, I gotta practice on those, man. I told my wife on Friday. I said, "Hey, let's get a bone-in pork loin, and I'll cook up some bone-in pork chops, So we ran down there and we got there at like 1:30 and they closed at 2:00, and they went back and they're like, "Oh, we don't have any," and they came back. They're like, "Oh, we found some." So they cut me 6, and then I'm like, "How much is it?" And they're like, $25. I'm like, "Well, shit, it was only $25. Could you give me 6 more?" So I mean, they were there to the last minute, dude. I think I probably fucked their weekend up, but
Nah, that's not too bad.
It's all right. It's only 2
That's,
o'clock.
that's not too bad.
What's up, Dakota?
What's up, Dakota?
Coda.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I'm excited about today's show. What do y'all think?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
man.
ready, man.
Look forward to it, bro.
Yeah, so I've been talking to George for a few weeks now, and I've been meaning to get him on the show. Like I said, even before all this happened, I've been watching some of his stuff, and coming from the Valley, I'm from the Valley, and I'm like, man, this dude's killing it down there. So I was like, I kept doing that thing. I'll contact him next week, and then the list came out, and I was like, oh shit, dude, he hit number 5. So I better contact him now because he's gonna get busier as the weeks goes on. And sure enough, man, he's been busy, and he was finally able to give me a date, and we're finally able to get him on. So
right on.
Let's not waste any more time. Let's bring him in. What's up, George?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Man, pretty good, dude. Thanks for coming on the show, dude. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. It's been a little bit coming. You know what I mean? We've been talking for a little bit, and I understand, how busy you are now. I'm sure you're busy before, but I'm sure it's like a freaking whirlwind. No?
Yeah, it's busier now.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about GWs. When did you get started? And for the people who don't know where San Juan's at, where's San Juan?
Yeah, so GWs are located in San Juan, Texas, man. We're 10 minutes north of the Texas-Mexico border. Valley's not known for Texas barbecue, so to be able to do this and to be ranked like we did is huge.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. For sure.
We started as a food truck in 2017. We just were doing caterings, events. We parked at hotels wherever we could, man. We sold 1 or 2 briskets and we were happy. Um, that grew during COVID, we shut down. And during that time, we were talking about opening a restaurant. And me and my dad, we both had our careers, but it was our dream. So we found a place, and we both decided to quit our jobs and got started. Man, we put everything we had into it, and 4 long years later, we're where we're at.
Man, that's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. That's
That's great.
awesome. Some, I'm sure you know that a lot of people work their whole lives to get, any recognition to do it in that short amount of time. That means you're killing it up there, dude. We're down there
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
For sure.
we're busting ass, man.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the Valley not known for barbecue, man, but between y'all and Teddy's and everything, what's the name of that one in Brownsville that's pretty popular?
Veras, they're
Veras. There you go.
barbacoa place. They're a barbacoa place.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
they made the last list. They were on the top 50.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
They're
Yeah,
I
sure.
think the only ones left in the U.S. who can still do it in the ground.
Wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's like right down the street from Mexico, no?
Yeah, they're not too far.
Yeah, dude. How did it feel? Like, when did you have any idea like that y'all were even gonna do that good
Yeah.
or what?
Yeah, so I mean, they call you and they basically verify your information. So just verifying your information, it's like, all right, we made the top 50, or maybe even the honorable mention, top 100. I mean, but we thought we deserved to be on the top 50, man. We put in the work, and shortly thereafter, we got an email saying that they wanted to come do a photo shoot. So then it's like, oh shit, man. It's either you have a chance at top 10 because you have a photo shoot, or you could just be on the top 50 and just have photos in the magazine. So it was like a 50-50 chance, but we kept hearing a lot of everybody, all the guys around Texas, they try to put together the top 10. So everybody's asking everybody like, hey, did you get a photo shoot? Did you get a photo shoot?
Right.
And all they got was a list of 10 names, and we were on it. But I didn't want to,
Wow.
man. I didn't want to get my hopes up. I mean, I knew we belonged, but it was just one of those things where I wasn't gonna say it. I didn't even want to think about it. I just wanted to make top 50, and I would be happy with that. We made the top 10. Shit, I mean, that'd be amazing, but I just wanted to wait to see what happened. So the list came out, or all that morning, all that night leading up to it. I was awake all night, man. I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. Kept checking every hour, and then they were like, "Oh, the list is gonna drop at 8 o'clock." So I'm there like at 7:40 waiting, just freaking refreshing my phone. And then Ernest Cervantes calls me. I talked to him. He's a good friend of mine, and he's like, "Bro, did you see what number you are?" And as soon as he said number, it was like, "Oh shit, we made the top 10."
Wow.
And I was like, "Nah, man. Like, where are you seeing it? I'm waiting for it to drop at 8." And he's like, "You're not a barbecue member on Texas Monthly?" I'm like, "Nah."
See, Sam?
And he's like, "Bro," he's like, what do you want me to do? You want me to tell you? And I'm like, "Send me a screenshot." So he sends me a screenshot, and I saw number 5, and it was just like, holy shit, bro.
Wow.
It was just a
Awesome.
surreal moment, man. Especially, it was pretty cool coming from Ernest. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. To get that news.
Since I was like in high school, man, I used to watch him, on Chop Food Network and Barbecue Pitmasters and all that stuff. And I always looked up to him. So, through barbecue, getting to meet him and have a relationship with him, and for him to call me that morning, it was insane, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's almost better than getting the news from Daniel Vaughn himself, right?
Yeah, man. It was
I'd rather get it from Ernest any day. So.
Yeah. I was so excited. I didn't even ask him what number he was. I was like, he's like, all right, man, I'll let you go. I'll let you celebrate. And then, man, it was not until a few hours later, it was like, bro, I didn't even ask him what number he is. And I went and looked at the list, and he was number 1. And I was like, man, that's fucking badass.
That's awesome, man. That's freaking awesome, man. So like I can't imagine like the nerves you had whenever but right before it was gonna drop, dude. Like, could you even work? How'd you keep your mind going? I mean, like,
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I didn't sleep all night. So I came to work and it was just like you're just thinking about it and thinking about it, and just to get that call from him, it was awesome.
man, that's
Awesome,
freaking
bro.
awesome, dude. That's awesome. Let's see.
So, tell us a little bit about the menu you're running down there to make that top 50. Same thing in
Yeah,
Central
man.
Texas.
Yeah, since I mean, getting started, uh, from coming from the food truck, it was just we would do stuff like brisket nachos and brisket cheese fries, stuff like that. Brisket tacos. And then opening the restaurant, we wanted to be just pretty much straightforward, Central Texas style, Lockhart style type place. And but I have a culinary background, and I love cooking and being creative with the food. So when we opened, I wanted to do some things, and my dad would be like, "Hey, nah, man, we can't do that. Like, nobody's gonna want that stuff. You gotta stay, true to the classics." So in the beginning, we stayed like that for a while, and then maybe about halfway through, we started doing good, and I guess he maybe gained some more trust in me, and we are doing great. And I was like, "Hey, I want to start changing the menu, adding things here and there," and he just let me start doing it, and the people started liking it. And but what I was doing was I was doing maybe stuff like once a week. I was doing a special, but then people would come in the next week, and I'd have something else, and they're like, "Man, I really want to try that." So I kind of, like I gotta have these specials longer. So I decided to go with a seasonal menu. So we keep these specials every 3 months, and we do new menu every 3 months. So we keep the staple meats and staple sides, and then we have different offerings every 3 months. So like right now we have, the classics brisket rib sausage, but then we have lamb chops right now. We have Wagyu beef back ribs. We have Chinese orange pork belly. For sides, I got a beet salad. I got pork belly fried rice. So it's always something different. July the 1st, or yeah, first week of July, we're starting our summer menu. So we're getting ready to change it up again, man. And I really want to bring it this menu too.
Nice.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, man. When I go to barbecue joints, that's the first thing I look for is the specials on there. Right? I feel like I eat the same things everywhere I go. Some are better than the others. Some got a little different flavor profile, but I get brisket everywhere, and I get chicken or turkey or whatever. But I'm always in love with those specials, man. I don't know. Today me and Serge had lunch down here at a place right down the road from my office, and the special of what was that, meatball sub, right? Not even
Meatball sub.
crazy, but it was fucking good. I
Yeah,
just like
it's cool to go into summer, man, and to just have a different option besides
hmm
the norm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we all of us on here, we do a lot of competitions, right? And so when we get hot and heavy, we're cooking brisket every weekend. And I don't know about the other guys, but I get burnt out on brisket, chicken, and ribs. We
Oh, yeah.
make it every weekend, and it's
Yeah.
for me, it's the same thing every time, right? We try to stay consistent, and I'm just like, man, fuck brisket, dude. I'll chop it up, put it in a taco or something. Otherwise, I don't really want it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same thing here, man. Especially we're cooking 6 days a week, and it's like this. It was the same thing over and over, and man, it just got boring. You want to make something different. You get tired of the same old.
Yeah.
hmm So, I don't know if Serge told you or not, but he's getting ready to open up a food truck here pretty soon. Uh, Maybe give us a little idea what the grind looks like in the food truck and trying to be able to stay profitable with these high ass brisket prices and shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, a food truck from a restaurant, it is a different animal. Um, getting to where finding a set location of you're gonna be parked somewhere, or if you're gonna be traveling. Like we always moved around a lot, so it sucks, having to move around, set up your generator everywhere you go, make sure you have a plug in or whatever, and um, that's the tougher part about it. But um, I mean, what I like about it too is that it's just you, maybe you and another person or something. So
Mhm.
you're able to build a better, I mean, relationship with your customer base, and they they find out who you are, and you speak to them, and That's the cool part about it right there. And I mean, just really just freaking making good food, man. Just make some good food, make a name for yourself. And I mean, eventually, if you know your goal's a restaurant, it could happen.
To when I go to barbecue joints, like we went down to Leroy and Lewis last summer, and they let us go out there and talk to the guys at the pits and shit like that. And it's cool as fuck to be able to do that kind of stuff. But I almost feel bad, right? Because when we're doing competition, we're cooking brisket in 5-6 hours, and I mean we're locked in, right? Like every 15 minutes, I need to rotate or whatever it is, right? And how do you guys feel about that when people come back and want to, check out what you got going on in the back?
I mean, I love it when people ask. I had a friend yesterday tell me that they went somewhere and they told them, no, you can't go back there. You got to get like basically an appointment. You got to set up like a week in advance to see their pit room. And I'm like, bro, that's crazy, man. Anybody ask us here, man, we're more than welcome. We take you to the back, show you the smokers. I mean, we love it. We love to talk to the people and see what they have to say and show them what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, bro. Yeah.
You guys are cooking offsets, right?
Yeah, we have two 1,000-gallon offsets. We have a Galindo smoker and then an A&P smoker. Galindo's out of Channelview and A&P's actually here local out of Mission.
Yeah,
And
I've been following those A&Ps for a little bit, man. He builds an awesome pit, man. Those
yeah,
things
he
are
does, man.
beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I
his
was
name's Alan Peña, and man, he's making some killer pits right now.
Yeah, for sure. That was on my radar before I got mine, and I was like, man, the price is right. I don't know if his price has gone up, but back then, a couple years ago, his prices were pretty comparable. So
He's gone up a little bit.
yeah.
Like when we bought ours, oh man, I want to say like it's probably gone up 6-7 grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's gone up though, man. Like,
Yeah.
I talk to me and Serge talk about it all the time, and I want to do some catering too. I'm working on getting a trailer put together, but I don't necessarily want to do the food truck. Just have a truck and be able to park it and serve out of it, right, for caterings or haul it, whatever, right. But I want to stay the fuck away from brisket, dude, because it's just so damn expensive. Everybody's fucking cooking a brisket, you know what I mean? Like, I go down and look at a brisket at HEB. They used to be like $40-$50 for a choice. Now it's $70-$80 for a fucking brisket. And I'm like, this just seems to me like you can't hardly make any fucking money on brisket,
Yeah, I mean, you really don't. You don't make much off of it. I mean, but it's what the people want, man. They can walk into a barbecue restaurant, and if you don't have brisket, what do you mean you don't have brisket?
Right.
I know Leroy and Lewis. They just opened their brick and mortar, and they only did brisket before on Saturdays, and now they have it every day because the people were demanding it.
The demand,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and then that's the thing in our area. It's not like, Austin or Houston where there's a barbecue trailer right, around the corner, every corner, right? Over here, it's kind of limited. So that's what I was telling Kyle. That's what the people are gonna want. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm still getting there. So we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I think we only got like 3 or 4, I would say, decent, good barbecue joints here, right? Half Acre, Pachuco's, Brantley, and whatever that high dollar place is downtown, JD's or something. But yeah, we're not saturated with barbecue joints. I mean, I think you can make. I think you could do it and people will buy it. I just don't think there's just not a lot of money in it I don't see, at least.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. I mean, yeah, everybody's in it for the money, but like George said, if sell a couple of briskets, you're happy. You build your customer base, and then it just goes from there, right? I mean, all my shit's paid off. I don't know if it banks anything. It's just something that I'm going to be doing on the side. And hell, if I make some money, I make some money. If I get a catering, then I get a catering, right? It's basically the way I see it is. 4, 5, 6 years ago, whatever, I was like, man, whenever I had my last layoff, I'm like, man, this fucking oil field, dude. Like, when's the next one, right? When's the next layoff? And to start all over again, I'm like, man, I don't want to depend on, you know, a company to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to hire you. You know what I mean? And there you go, making $25 an hour. I was like, nah, dude, I ain't doing that shit no more. So it's basically my trying to get out of the oil field because that's all we have up here, right? It's a freaking oil field. And there's money in the oil field, don't get me wrong, but what happens tomorrow? You know what I mean? Like, you can go to work one day and then say, you know what, we don't need you no more, you're gone. Then you're right back to where you were. So,
man, I feel like the only way to keep from having that happen, dude, is to go into like the medical field, man.
No,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the problem with the medical field is you're only working 40 hours a week and they're paying you $13, $14 an hour. So, unless you're a doctor, you know what I mean? At least that's the way I was, because I come from the medical field. I worked in the medical field 14 years before I went into the oil field. And dude, and it's the same thing, dude. I worked there for 8 years. I think it was 8 years. I walk into work and say, you know what, we don't need you no more. Same shit. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Yeah, and at the time I had, you know, my girls were babies. And my wife wasn't working, dude. You know how that fucking made me feel for?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I don't have any other experience besides the medical field. There's only 2 hospitals over here, so that's when I started, you know, trying to get in the oil field. Nobody would hire me. I didn't have experience. Blah 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 blah. And the only reason I was able to get into the field was, dude, I want to go knocking on doors. You know, you send your resume to people that nobody's gonna hire you like that. You have to go into the buildings and say, hey, you know, I'm looking for a job, whatever. And sure enough, I was able to get a job, and that was in 2013. So, but since then, how many times have I lost a job? You know, 4 or 5 times. And I'm just done with it, man. I'm done with that shit. But you know, that's my story, I guess.
He's all rant over, right?
But what did you do before BBQ George?
Before this, I was a police officer for a couple of years. Yeah, and before that, I mean, kind of the same thing. I worked whatever job I could find. I had family and trying just to find my career, find something that I wanted to do. But eventually, man, it was just like I got tired of all the jobs. I worked at fucking Home Depot, worked at a hospital for a little bit, and just was never happy. You know, I wanted something bigger, and then I decided to do the police thing. And you know, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. So once we had this opportunity, man, I just ran with it.
So people say, you know, you do what you love or whatever, and then it's not work. Where y'all are at right now, is it work? Or you still love it like that? You know what I mean?
And you know, they say that, right? It's like, you know, do what you love and you'll never work, but it's like you do what you love and you're gonna work even harder, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You work even harder than you've ever worked before.
Yeah. Yeah. How many hours you put it in? What on y'all's?
I mean, on a normal week, you know, as of right now, you know, I got more help, but I still probably put in at least like 70 hours a week, 80 hours.
Is it hard to find? Here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah. In the beginning, it was hard to find, you know, the people you're looking for. You know, you're looking for that right team. You're looking for the people who are gonna support, you know, your vision. So, I mean, it really did take us, I mean, a good 2 years, I'd say, to finally get like a good team. But you know, everybody now is understands the vision, understands what we're trying to do. We have the right people in place. You know, if I have to miss a day, you know, I know everything's gonna be all right. They take care of it.
Well, that's right, man. I bet you that's kind of vital, though, man. That everybody has like their own role that they know that they I guess what I'm looking for. I guess that everyone knows, like you said, the overall vision and what you guys are working toward. So it's like everyone can rely on each other on that. On as far as that goes, as far as like you said, you miss a day or something like that, there's going to be someone there to pick up the slack. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I have 3 or 4 guys that I rely on heavily, and we carry most of the workload in the kitchen and outside in the pit room. But I mean, every single one of us, we really hold each other accountable. If somebody's does something wrong, they're gonna hear it the next day.
You still manning the pits, George?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have a morning guy and I have an evening guy who pull briskets, but I'm here every single day, man. I'm there with them. Um, Now I have a little bit more freedom just to kind of oversee a little bit, but I'm still there with them, pulling briskets or cooking ribs. And right now, a lot of my thing right now is just I mostly just trim briskets and I do all the sausage. That's kind of my thing. I don't like to really let anybody mess with that stuff right there. For me,
Yeah,
that's a real
yeah,
important part of it.
yeah, yeah. Me and Kyle were actually talking about that today, and you know, we both have different opinions when it comes to sausage. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit more patient with it. You know, like trimming chicken, like I don't mind that everybody hates trimming chicken or any of that stuff, but like that process, it's kind of it. Dude, I just put some music on and like kind of escape for an hour or two and get the shit done, right? So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but
for us, sausage is a 3-day process.
yeah,
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, but I love it, man. That's one of my favorite things right there. That was the first thing that I was able to do to kind of have that creativity to kind of do different stuff. And like day one, we cure the meats.
hmm
Day two is the busier day. We're grinding, mixing, casing. Creating the links, and then day three we cold smoke it, and then it's ready for the week of service.
yeah.
So it's a long process,
Whole
but
process.
I love doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm doing the same thing that way. I mean, I haven't taken Bill's class or nothing, but dude, just everything that I've been doing and studying, and I didn't just jump into sausage making. I did a lot of research and read books and did all that stuff to kind of get my feet wet when it comes to sausage making. So, uh, and you know, I don't know.
Yeah, man, it's the same thing I did when we first opened. I didn't know how to make sausage, so I just I watched videos and looked at books and different stuff, and it was just trial by error. I messed up a lot of sausage before I got it
Yeah,
down. And I mean, I was pretty good at it. And then in 2023, I got to take one of Bill's class. I mean, it really is because I just wanted to meet the guy. I'd seen all his videos, and I was like, man, this guy's a badass. So
yeah,
then I
for
wanted to
sure.
go meet him, and I got to meet him. But at the same time, it's just to kind of see maybe something you're missing.
Yeah,
What little things, what little steps may I be missing, and it was awesome. Like there was a little few things, little tricks I picked up, but at the end of the day, everybody has their styles. I already had my way of doing stuff, and he has his way, and everybody puts their own twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
so I was asking Serge this today.
So, Kevin,
I made
congratulations, Kevin.
yeah, congrats, bro. I made sausage at the house, man. I did it the fucking hard way. I had like a little KitchenAid, you know what I mean? A little fucking deal on the end of the KitchenAid. It was a pain in the ass, bro. I've
That
never
is the
fucking done
hardest way to do it, man.
that. It was horrible, man. Uh, but
That's
I
how I
did it.
started.
Yeah, I mixed it up with the curing salt and did all that shit. Cold smoked it. What I fucked up was I tried to cook it after I ice bathed it, and I took it to like I don't know 200 degrees or something like that, and it was fucking horrible. So what's the finished temperature on that shit? Like
Nah,
160?
man. Normally you're around maybe about 150, 155
Yeah,
around there. I mean, really, you're just getting it to that plumpness. You'll be able to feel it's real firm, it's hot, and that's it. If you go any further, they pop, they explode, they're gonna get wrinkly, all your grease is gonna come out.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
know that.
200 was way done.
Yeah,
it's
I was like,
just a
man,
little bit overcooked.
yeah. Like, man, this shit is fucking horrible.
Oh man, I don't know how y'all do it. It must be a labor of love, man. Because me, it's Hillshire Farms on the pit, and that's it. Wait till they split. I like them like that.
Wait till they split.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is, man. A labor of love is, and I don't mind it. Yeah, it sucks, and you got to pull out. And I learned on my last batch that I made is, dude, you can't take shortcuts. You take shortcut, you're gonna screw it up. So and then that's basically what I did on that last one that the last batch that I made, and I'm like, man, there goes that. You know what I mean? Then there goes all the freaking sauces you just spent, 48 hours messing with.
Yeah, it's a science. It really is a science.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
go ahead. Go.
So being down in South Texas, right down there where you're at, you put a little more heat in your food than you would like in Central Texas. Central Texas, they claim salt, pepper, and that's it. But there's more than just that in there, right?
I mean, in our rubs, really, I don't have too much spice, nothing too spicy. But, a lot of our side dishes, I mean, that's what I grew up with. We use some serranos or jalapenos, stuff has some spice. Right now, I got some tallow roasted potatoes that we do with a real spice blend. It has a little good kick to it. We use jalapenos a lot in a lot of our sides.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Nice. What are y'all's most popular sides that y'all are pushing out right now?
Right now, our most popular is the mac and cheese. It's always been one of our most popular. Potato salad, also our honey butter cornbread is real popular. And as of lately, is that pork belly fried rice. Been selling like crazy.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was real good.
Man, that cornbread sounds good.
I know, right?
If I take my wife anywhere for barbecue and shit, and they don't have cornbread, dude, she'll just walk the fuck out, dude.
Gotta be a staple for her. Yeah.
Our cornbread, man, it's like a dessert. It's got all that honey butter on top, and the consistency is a little different. You get the grittiness of the cornmeal, but it's real, like almost cakey. It's good.
Spongy.
Yeah. Soaks in all that honey butter. It's real moist.
Nice. Did you see a overnight the line change, or did y'all been popular for a while, right? I mean, it's not like.
Yeah, I mean, we made the Texas bucket list back in January. We got featured on it, and right after that, we saw a huge increase. So we already had lines, and then when the list drops, I feel like the lines. I mean, the lines are bigger, but now we get a lot of people coming from out of the area. I mean, we've been getting people from everywhere: Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Corpus. We've even had people from out of the state. I mean, and that's freaking badass. We had this guy come the other day from Kansas City, and
Yeah.
we are like, this was gonna be his first ever bite of Texas barbecue. He
Oh, wow.
never had Texas barbecue, and I was like, "Why'd you decide to come here?"
Right.
And he's like, "Man, I just saw you on social media, and it looked good, and I just decided to go by." I was like, "Damn, that's badass."
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so my wife, she's not a barbecue person at all, right? At all. And she, just like everybody else, who she loves, watches a lot of TikTok, and she said she was telling me about, and this was out of the blue. I think we were on the road. I don't even think she was on it, but she's like, I saw a video of some girl. She did she was eating barbecue, and she said that's the barbecue that I would want to eat. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's interesting, right? And she's like, man, it looks so good, and I guess the video did pretty good or whatever. I said, well, what's the name of the place? She goes, GW. I'm like, no fucking way. And she, sure enough, she showed me the video, dude, and it was of GWs, and I'm like, man, that's freaking awesome, dude. That was awesome. And for her to say that, she's like, she said that's the best barbecue that I've seen, on the internet or wherever, because I'm always showing her shit, and and for her to say that, dude, that says a lot, like coming from her. You know what I mean?
That girl, she's here from San Juan, and
is she?
that video had over like 2 million views.
Yeah, dude, that shit took off. That shit took off for sure.
Yeah.
Was that before or after?
She was coming before, but I think she dropped that video after, and she just kind of had a title on there, something like "This is why they made number 5" or something.
No.
It's awesome.
Well, the reason the way I found you was the Fork It video. I've been following him for a minute, dude. He's an awesome photographer, videographer.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's badass. I can't remember his name.
Ismail.
Yeah, Ismail. There you go. You go. Yeah, he put some awesome content out, and that's when I, first saw GWs. I mean, everybody knows about Teddy's down there, right? But it's just I saw that, I'm like, man, that's legit, dude. That's legit. Yeah, and Ismail goes to everywhere over there in the valley.
Yeah, he's the one I was talking to about. They told me I had to make an appointment for the line.
Oh, okay. Okay.
To see the pit room.
Yeah. And there's tons of places to eat down there. It's almost like from the last time I was in the valley, and when I was a kid, there was never that many places. And I was talking to my brother about it, and dude, there's a freaking badass restaurant almost on every corner over there where y'all are at.
Yeah, the food scene has grown a lot.
Yeah.
So,
other than like traditional meats, your brisket, your pork, your ribs, what's some of the favorite ones that you've kind of played around with on the menu?
I feel like we've done every meat that we possibly could already at this point. But I mean, the pork belly, we've done cabrito, we've done picanha, we've done tri-tip. I actually really enjoyed the tri-tip. We've done lengua. That was another real popular one. Might bring back for the summertime.
Okay.
Done a bunch of stuff. Tomahawks, New York strips.
You're doing everything on the offsets, or you have a open fire? What?
We have also a chud box.
Okay.
So some of our, we'll cook some stuff over that, chickens, direct heat stuff.
Oh, right on. So do you have like a flagship signature dish or something that's really like in high demand that you guys serve?
I mean, as far as the sides, the mac and cheese and the cornbread are staples.
Sure.
Like people love those. We can't mess with them. And I mean, meats really is just our brisket. I mean, brisket, ribs, turkey. I feel like those are popular items. But like I said, I think our staple is just our creativity, our menu changing. I mean, people really love it. So every time they come in, there's always something different to try. And I feel like the ones who love it the most is the wives. You get the husbands coming in, and they just want the barbecue, and the wives probably don't want to come with them, but then they see a special that looks good, and it's like, oh yeah, let me get that right there.
That's true.
Yeah. It's about time for a new pit, or what? You've been looking?
Yeah, we actually have a M&M rotisserie on order.
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask. That seems like the staple thing that once everybody's ready, to upgrade, everybody goes to M&M. So.
Yeah, we had been wanting one for a while, man, but the time's finally right. We're maxing out the pits right now, and it's tough. I'd like to make more food already, but we can't. We make what we can make right now.
Yeah. What are you planning on putting on the M&M?
It would be the hot cooks, the short cooks, the ribs, turkey, stuff like that. Yeah.
That's what they're doing over there at the Vaquero. And when I talked to Brendan, he said that's all that's basically hitting that M&M is just the ribs, turkey, stuff like that. So
yeah, you can't beat the the way brisket comes off an offset.
Right. What about room? What about room over there in the restaurant? Running out of room as far as dining area?
I mean, we got a pretty decent sized dining room. I mean, we could fit around 100 people. So we do get lines, outside and stuff, but we got a good flow to where, you get your food and you're gonna have a table. You're gonna be able to sit down. But we are right now we're gonna do like an outdoor patio on the side of us. We just started that process, so hopefully soon we'll have that more seating and probably open maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday out there, but probably more just like the barbecue finger food, have some beers and stuff like that.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good.
Who do you look up to in the barbecue scene? Like who do you look at and say, hey man, I want to try to make barbecue better than this person, or somebody even that you're like, hey, like I see what they're doing, like I want to be, similar to that or better or whatever, right? Who do you look up to in the barbecue restaurant community?
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of them. But like I said, I mean, since I was in high school, I always watched Ernest, bro. And, being Hispanic and seeing him on Food Network and seeing him on Barbecue Pitmasters and just being able to see, like, it's possible. And
Yeah.
then once he started the restaurant, I was always watching him. Got to go see him before we opened our restaurant. He had a lot of good advice, and I've always looked up to what he's done. And I messaged him not too long ago, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, man, I love you, but I'm coming for you."
What do you say? Bring
Yeah,
it. Bring it.
yeah. He's like, "I'll tell you what, man. I'll save you a seat up here." I love
Nice.
it, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
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 But man,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm real competitive. I've always been driven, but that was one of the things. Like I looked at all these top spots and I was like, what are they doing? What are they doing to make them stand out? And you kind of got to be like a thief per se.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
For
don't want
sure.
to copy what they're doing. Like any signature items, but you got to see what they're doing. Those are the best. And if you want to
Yeah.
be the best, you got to be able to do those things.
Mhm.
Right. Right. And like we say, or like like they say in the competition world, you still got to cook it, right? You still got to cook it. You still got to impress your customers. So
Yeah.
So you could put your spin on everything else. But like I tell these guys, I'm the same way with. I haven't been able to meet Ernest yet, but dude, it's the same deal. I didn't grow up watching him. I mean, I think we're probably about the same age, if not close. But I remember seeing him on the episodes when they were coming out, and he's one of the reasons why I want to go buy me a freaking HEB barrel pit. Right? You think you can fucking do it? And ever since then, dude, it's just like, dude, Ernest is the Pope, man. You can't deny that. You can't deny that, dude.
Yeah.
So, but like some of his dishes, the the fideo, shit like that, dude. That's what I grew up on that. You know what I mean? The carne guisada, all that stuff that that he's making over there. That was normal for us, growing up in the valley. You know that. So
Yeah.
You're gonna start doing a bunch of events now, Texas monthlies and Troubadour Fest, that type of shit, or what?
Yeah, so now we'll have the Texas Monthly for the next 4 years. We'll be able to
wow.
attend that. We did get an invite to the Lone Star Smokeout. It's the one there, the AT&T Stadium. I'm looking forward to that one. That's gonna be badass. And then Troubadour Fest hasn't reached out yet. Hopefully they will. I've always seen that one. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you got a little bit of leverage now, man.
Yeah. We also got one to Houston Food and Wine Festival. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's supposed to be a bunch of big Texas chefs. That's pretty cool right there.
Yeah.
There's a dude on Instagram and shit. He's in a wheelchair, man, and he puts on a badass event, and I can't remember where it's at. I think it's somewhere over by Austin. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't remember the fucking name of it, dude. But it's a big deal. It's like day and a half, 2 days, some shit like that, man. And
Is that the what is it, Austin City Limits or something like that?
it might be.
They got a bunch of live music and stuff,
Yeah, I think so.
or
I can't remember the name.
ACL, something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember that guy's name.
Do you ever get in any competition, George?
I mean, when I first started barbecue, that was actually what I wanted to do. I wanted to do competitions. Yeah, that's why I used to watch Barbecue Pitmasters and all that stuff. We used to watch Myron Mixon and Tuffy Stone and all those guys, and that was the first thing. I wanted to be like them. And right before COVID, I had started me and a buddy. We had started getting all our stuff together. Bought a trailer, a generator. We bought a couple of pits, stuff like that. And then COVID happened, so it never took off. And then right after COVID kind of finished up, we opened the restaurant. So I never got into it.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of my background. I used to watch videos on all that stuff all the time.
Yeah. How scary was it to take that risk to quit the police force and to open up a trailer? people telling you you're crazy or what?
Yeah, I mean, that was so we already had the trailer during that time, but it was opening the restaurant, and
Okay.
I told my dad, I was gonna quit, and told me I was crazy and I couldn't quit. I had to, think about my kids, and I was like, man, Dad, we have this opportunity. Like, I know we can make it happen. I'm gonna quit, and I'm gonna give it everything I got to make it work.
Nice.
Awesome.
What was that turning point from the trailer to say when you said, "Man, fuck it, I'm gonna do it"?
From the trailer to the restaurant.
Yeah. Or yeah.
I mean, at the trailer, I mean, like I said, we started real small, but we had got into a good point right before COVID. I mean, we were selling about 10 briskets a night. We had a good location in the downtown McAllen area. So we were doing pretty good, but then we got shut down with COVID. And right after that, we just started talking about the restaurant. And I already had my career, and I was just helping on the trailer at that point, like on the weekends or whenever I could, whenever I had time. Um, but just talking about the restaurant and getting the opportunity, it was ours that we wanted it. It was like, man, we got to do this. This is my dream.
Yeah.
Definitely. Dang.
How did you cook your meats out of the trailer? Did you cook them like in a spot, or you carried a trailer around or a smoker
We
around?
we had a porch trailer, and we had two torpedo pits from Pro Pit. They're here in
Pro Pit.
Edinburgh. Yeah,
Yeah, Pro Pit.
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's the same one that Arnie has, right? That he cooks on usually.
Yeah, he
And also-
has one. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, those things are pretty sweet too, man.
yeah. They're pretty good pits, man.
Yeah, my brother has. Yeah, he doesn't have a torpedo, but I can't remember what he has. But he does have a Pro Pit, and they seem like they're made pretty well.
Yeah, they're really pretty good made, pretty well made.
You still have them?
No, I miss them, man. I used to
Yeah.
have one in my house too, and I sold it because I never used it. I'm never at home anymore. I sold
Right.
it, and I miss that pit.
Right.
Yeah, it was a 24-inch torpedo. It was nice.
Yeah. They're pretty sweet. What's your favorite thing? And I mean, as far as cooking, I mean, I know you said sausage, but besides the sausage, what else is like your baby?
I mean, I love making briskets. I love the challenge of it, man. It's hard to make a good brisket. You got two different muscles that you're trying to cook at the same time to finish at the same time, and it's pretty tough to do.
Well,
Yeah.
so do you ever like cook at home, like when you're home at all, or do you have like a go-to that you like at the house, like you know what I mean, like?
I mean, I do all the cooking at home. I do all the cooking at home. I
was gonna
finish
say-
the day and I go make dinner, but grilling per se at home, I mean, I don't get to do it too often. I did on Father's Day. Got to make some steaks at home and relax. Hadn't done it in a while. It felt good.
Right.
I was gonna say if freaking George was going to Stripes burritos after work, so that's what y'all are getting. It's still better than also burritos.
Watch your mouth.
Oh man. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know how far is that from here, San Juan.
San Juan? Shit, you're looking like 9-10 hours.
It's 11 from Dumas.
Yeah. From Odessa, it's about 10 hours. You can do it in 9 hours. But
So,
That's what it was.
It's time to start shipping, bro. You gotta start shipping that shit out, man.
Yeah, it's expensive, man.
Damn.
It's expensive, and then we got to charge the customer that, and they don't want to pay it.
Yeah.
yeah,
From Odessa, it's 8 hours.
Damn it, boy. Y'all have some videos dropping pretty soon on sausage making and brisket making and shit like that, like some of the other restaurants are starting to do.
I mean, nothing yet. Eventually I want to hire somebody like a social media guy to come in and help out with that, because we just don't got the time for it.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about your experience whenever you knew Daniel Vaughn was going to show up at the restaurant. How'd that make you feel? A little nervous, or just another customer? You didn't even notice he was there.
This past time,
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know he's coming. The only way you know if he's coming is if he goes to other spots in the area first. And then if you're following him, you see like, oh shit, he's in the valley, or maybe one of their guys will call you and be like, hey, Danny Juan's here, be on the lookout or whatever. But this past time we were his first stop, so we didn't get no heads up. We didn't get no heads up, but he walked in and we had a pretty good sized line, so that was pretty cool. He waited in line, and I mean, we're ready. We're ready for it, and he really enjoyed his food, and I mean, he doesn't really give you
Feedback.
yeah, too much feedback. He tells you, he told us everything was phenomenal, everything was great, but nothing, like, wow, guys, you guys are doing great, or you guys are up there. He doesn't give you any hints, but he did tell us the food was great, but that was it. So it's like, damn, you don't know what he's thinking, or
Jeez, dude.
So other than that, straight poker face, huh?
yeah, pretty much just poker face.
Right.
And then it was pretty
Wow.
cool when the article came out. They talked about some specials that we had after he had come. So even after he came, you had those people who were kind of like the secret shoppers coming in and still
Mhm.
testing your food and testing the quality and stuff.
Wow. Man.
So he has minions coming afterwards. Is that what you're saying?
So on the list, it tells you on the bottom, I think, how many restaurants they went to, how many days, and then they have, I want to say it was like 30 some people who are the ones who travel around, and the only one you know about is Daniel Vaughn.
Right.
So
Right.
those other ones, they come in and you don't know who they are.
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Secret shopper, yeah.
Yeah. So you got to be on your game, always.
I mean, yeah, you always got to be consistent. You got to be on your game, especially now more than ever.
How many restaurants did he go to? Like 150 or something?
No, it's
I thought it was 300 and something.
there's over
Right.
2,000 barbecue restaurants, and they bring it down to three something. They bring it
Yeah.
down to three something, pretty much the best ones, and then they narrow it down to the top 100, top 50, and their top 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Now, from what I hear, is once they kind of make the top 10, that's when they go around testing all those 10 to check the consistency, and then they number them from there.
Man, it sounds like that would be a fun job, bro. But I mean, like, I don't know, man.
Get burned out.
It could be a pain in the ass, right? Like,
I've talked to him a
neat
few times when he's come by, and we talked about that. Like, you got the dream job, and he's like, as much good barbecue as you think I eat a lot more bad barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine.
Okay.
Damn, I
So-
wonder.
so- Go ahead.
I wonder if a guy's cholesterol gets high as fuck or some shit. Eating all that fucking barbecue, huh?
I'm sure he has to see his doctor regularly.
So your proteins have gone up, and as far as what you're cooking now, I can imagine, right? How many briskets you cooking now?
Yeah, so like I said, man, we got two 1,000-gallon smokers. So one gets filled up with the ribs and the turkey, and then the other one gets filled up with brisket. So I mean, I fill it up, and I pretty much squeezing them in right now. Like, I'll squeeze in 40 briskets on there. I'll do each row 5, and just they're all touching, and then just as they're cooking, I'll be moving them around as they're shrinking. But it's
Yeah.
just we got to do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, racks of ribs on Sunday. We did about 40 racks of ribs, and they finished not too quick, but they're finished by like 2:30. So I got to start making more, but it's just all we can do right now.
What are you putting in the A&P?
The AMP is our brisket cooker, and then our Galindo is our hot cooker. And it's just, I mean, the way they're made, they pull differently. The Galindo likes to pull, so I mean that's for a hot cook, and then the AMP just runs real low and smoky. So that's where we cook our briskets.
You're cooking post oak?
Yeah, we're using post soak right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sam, you got anything for George?
Man, I don't.
Go talk to him about the dream team. Change it up for
Okay.
him a little bit.
That's what I've been thinking about. All right, George. So we do a dream team, and I'm trying to think how to switch it up. So what it is for us is we all do a lot of competition. So you've got
Mhm.
4 teammates and your box carrier, and it can be 4 guys that inspired you, 4 guys that you just want to hang out and cook with, or 4 guys that you want to take to go win the biggest contest. So I guess we could switch it up to guys that you want to take to be the best barbecue in the world,
And
guys that
your
helped you along
dishwasher
the
or your
way,
pitman or something.
or or just guys that you just want to kick it with on a Sunday and cook at the restaurant.
Yeah.
It can be any
So
4 people you want.
Are we talking competition barbecue or
No, no,
just
no, no,
restaurant
no.
barbecue?
Anything.
Restaurant barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, how many guys?
You got 4 and then an honorable mention.
I mean, I'd have to have Ernest there, and then I would probably go with John Bates from Interstellar,
Mhm.
and probably go with Bill Dumas, and I would probably go with who else? Dane Weaver from Dane's Craft Barbecue.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd go with Dane. Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
If we're doing
Dumas
competition,
made
it'd be different.
Mhm.
Hey,
call it.
if you got a
Call it.
If we're
competition
going
list,
Yeah, there
call
competition,
it
we're
out.
you
going Ernest, Fred Robles.
go.
Gotta have Fred, and then I'd probably go with Arnie Segovia here from the Valley, and then I'd go with my buddy man from Gulf Coast Smoke, Alonso.
Alonso.
Wrong.
Solid.
Man,
There you go.
that's a
There you
hell of
go.
a right there, yeah.
Alonso, love to hear that for sure.
Yep.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been thinking the whole
So-
show how to switch that around.
Nah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. It's a great list though, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely.
Solid. Definitely.
So where do you see GWs now? Where you see it going? I mean, now that you made it there, you can only go up further. But it is, you know how tough it is to
Yeah.
to do that. So just stay where you're at, stay at the top. Or,
I mean, like I told people the day the list dropped, we all went out as a restaurant and we celebrated. But the next day, man, I was back to work. You know, we got bigger goals and we know what it takes to get there.
yeah,
We know what it took to get to number 5, and we only got to work even harder. You know, our goal's number 1, and it's not that we're being cocky or anything like that, man. But we always want to be the best, and it's gonna take a lot of work. And I mean, we're ready to put in the work, man.
nice. Hell yeah, man. Y'all are only going to grow too. I mean, it's only been a couple of weeks that that list has been out, but like you said, you have a lot to do from now until then. So you want to stay
Yeah.
there for sure.
Yep.
Do you remember your first brisket? First brisket you ever cooked?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What'd
Yeah,
you
the first time I cooked a brisket was in high school actually, and I fucked it all up. Had trouble with my wood. I had some freaking green mesquite. Didn't want to get going. I didn't know how to trim. It was a disaster. Pulled it. It was super tough. Just sliced it up and threw it in a freaking crock pot with barbecue sauce.
What'd you cook it on? On an offset, homemade offset
Yeah,
or something?
Yeah, my dad had a homemade offset pit. Yeah, messed it all up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, ever since then, that was what kind of made me want to get that perfect brisket and just kept practicing and watching videos. Used to watch all those Aaron Franklin videos, how to trim and how to season and all that good stuff, and that's kind of what taught me.
Yeah. Yeah, are your briskets pretty aggressively trimmed or what? What do you think?
I'd probably for a restaurant, probably like I said, I used to watch a lot of the competition and stuff, so I would see how they trimmed, and I mean, it's just trying to get everything as perfect as possible when it comes out. I mean,
Yeah,
we slice in front of the customers, so we can't have anything looking all crumbly or shredding because your lane's too thin or whatever. So I mean, I just take off the hump, I trim a little bit off that lean side on the side of the hump, just round out my front, and pretty much that's it. And just, bring that fat cap down to where we want it. But that's about it.
how long does it take you for that A&P to cook from the time you put them on to when you're pulling them out?
I mean, the way we do it right now, I mean, it depends what brand we're using, but the 44 are a little smaller than the rest of them. So those are normally done by like 7 o'clock. If we're doing like the McLarens are a little bit bigger. They're not finishing until 8:30 normally around there. But the whole cook, I mean, it's normally between 12, 14 hours.
Okay.
Right on.
We do like kind of like a cold smoke to knock the chill off. And we hold them in the walk-ins, and then in the morning we bring them out, throw them on. So they're really cold. So if you just hit them with that heat right away, if you already set at your 250 or 275, they're just gonna curl up on you right away. So
Right,
we'll
right.
have it pretty low, 150, 200. And it's not really, just to get like a bunch of dirty smoke or nothing like that, but it really is just to kind of knock the chill off. And once they kind of feel, warmed up and relaxed, and that's pretty much when you start your cook. And then
Yeah,
from there, we're going another at least 10 hours, 12 hours.
Right on.
yeah.
So
Are you wrapping all of them?
We don't wrap. We go the whole cook without wrapping, and then once they're done, we wrap them in foil just to hold them in the warmers. So we
Wow.
so you
really got to
finish,
have our fire management down.
Yeah.
yeah. You finish around, I don't know, between 7 and 9 o'clock, and then it sits in the warmer till about 11 o'clock the next morning.
Yeah, so they'll come off and they'll get on the rack for cool down for 2 to 3 hours, come down to temperature, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back because I live close by. So I'll come back and I put them away in the warmers, and then yeah, they're getting used the next day at 11.
Oh yeah.
No.
What you put water in your warmer?
No, our warmers here doesn't have water. It's a pretty good insulated cabinet. Has a lot of moisture in there already, so
Mm.
we don't have
Dude,
water.
it's the
We do
valley.
we do have one in the front. We do have one in the front that has that water pan, but we don't use it.
I didn't even think about that, Serge. Yeah, you're right. Huh?
Yeah, dude, it's freaking humidity is
Humidity's different
100%
down
over
there.
there.
Different. Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially lately, man. It's been raining a lot. It's freaking
Oh,
humid.
dude, I can imagine this. That's miserable, dude. Freaking miserable. Mosquitoes.
Uh,
Is y'all's
so
smokehouse outdoors or what? Or y'all
yeah, it is
indoors?
outdoors. No, we're outdoor. We do got a little roof over it, but we're open pretty much to the elements.
Yeah. The mosquitoes can get in.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's one thing I don't miss about the valley. Those freaking mosquitoes, dude. I remember when in high school, dude, those things are like dragonflies, dude. They're freaking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might
Yeah,
fly
man.
away with a
After a
brisket, huh?
big rain, they're freaking monsters.
Yeah, dude, they're ridiculous. And I was always real prone to get attacked by them, dude.
Yep, me too.
So man, I just up here no mosquitoes. I don't think I had a mosquito bite up here since shit. It's probably been a good 10 years. Of course, we don't get no rain. So
Shit, I got attacked by them Friday.
yeah.
They were trying to take my damn truck.
Oh man.
I guess I just taste like shit. They don't like me.
It's all that Lone Star. It's all that Lone Star you drink, dude.
I know.
Too much ink, bro. Something.
Yeah, but them things will fly right around me, literally fly around me and attack my wife and my son.
Dang.
Must be nice.
Y'all serving beer over there, George?
On the
The bar?
weekends right now, we get free beer.
Oh
But like I
shit!
said, we're doing that patio outside. We're gonna do like a little bar out there, so we'll be able to serve beer there.
Nice.
Do are y'all serving breakfast?
No, so actually, where we're at right now, our location we lease, and our landlords they have a restaurant across the street. So and they serve breakfast. So part of our lease agreement was, like a non-compete clause, so we can't do breakfast. Yeah,
Dang. Yeah.
and
So,
now we probably would a couple of days out of the week.
Man, they're
Yeah.
one of my favorite things is barbecue in my breakfast burritos or something like that burnt bean. That's when we ate burnt bean was for breakfast. Fuck
It's
me, it was good.
the best day to go, man. You gotta go on a Sunday.
Yeah.
that's what I hear, man.
Yeah.
I
What do
wake
you
up too late
recommend
and
getting
that
over
line's already
there
around
on a
the block,
Sunday,
and I just keep on
George?
driving.
I mean, he has all the Valley classics, man. He's like you
Yeah.
said, he's got the carne guisada, he's got mollejas. I think even sometimes he does tripas. He's got all that stuff. It's freaking good. I like the his Casanova plate, and it's almost like a play on huevos rancheros. He's got the
Mhm.
refried beans, he's got some tostadas, and he has barbacoa and brisket, and then he's got
God
salsa all
damn.
over it, and
Damn,
crema
bro.
and cheese and all that good stuff, man.
Jeez.
And then also his it's called the Blue October. It's a croissant sandwich with brisket. It's got jalapeno cream cheese and strawberry jam with the brisket and egg. That thing's
Damn,
freaking awesome too.
Wow.
Good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
that should
we'll
just
see
make
what
me hungry.
happens. We'll see. Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, you got to make it out there, man. I've been wanting to go back for a
uh,
while too.
yeah, I'll probably be going out there here pretty quick. So
And now you got to get there early.
yeah, no, that's yeah. How early you think? What's early?
I've been
What's too
seeing
early?
people post from them, and the people have been lining up by like 4 a.m. now.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Ah, dang.
Yeah, by the time they open, saw a video yesterday. It was like 3 blocks down the line,
Jeez.
wrapped around the
Damn.
building in 3 blocks, bro.
Fuck, better wear a diaper in line and shit, huh?
Now the I think the restaurant's open, so if you need to go in and use the bathroom, you can.
Wow.
Better bring a cone for your spot.
I'm gonna bring my wife. Plug her little ass over there and save my spot.
While he goes to the truck and takes a nap. No. Well, cool, man. Anything else you want to talk about, George, or anyone you want to thank?
I mean,
Your team?
you guys have
Your
any other questions? Anything?
I don't.
I'm good, bro. I already asked mine what I wanted to know, and then the other guys already hit up the freaking 4 hour I understand, so I'm good.
Now,
Yeah, hey,
I mean,
I got
hopefully y'all can make it out and come see us.
yeah.
It'd be awesome, bro.
What I do have one question, man, and it's been burning in my mind for a couple of years, and I just never asked anybody. But you see a lot of people that make careers out of barbecue, right? As in the pits or on the cutting block or whatever, right? Like, is it tough to make money as just a worker in a barbecue joint? You know, like to support your family. Like, tell me how that looks on a an employee type deal.
I mean, yeah, of course it's what you bring to the table. I mean, pretty much all our cooks, man, they're getting paid at least $20 an hour.
Mhm.
We do our best to take care of our employees. They're all just trying to make decent livings, and
Mhm.
it's tough because they're great at what they do. In most places, they're not going to pay you too much.
Yeah,
Um, so we just try to take care of our people. And maybe we try to give raises as we can. We're a small team. We're not a big team, and hopefully, they stick around because we got a great team right now.
yeah.
Did you
No.
have to deal with a lot of turnover or any of that stuff, or it's pretty much been the same group?
I mean, we do have a lot of the core, like our same people, but yeah, we've had a lot of people come and go, but they're just not the right people, man.
Right,
They
right.
weren't,
Right
they're
on.
not made, they're not made for this. So you gotta be made for this. You gotta love this.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. They work their normal 8 hours, but I do demand a lot from them, and it's just part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a tough business.
Yeah. Who's your right hand over there? I mean, I'm sure that
My
everybody's
right
helping out,
my
but
my right hand is Rob Vega. He's he basically manages our kitchen right now, and he's our morning cook. And yeah, I rely on him a lot. He's my right hand, and he does a lot. Does a lot.
nice,
Right on, man.
nice.
Yeah.
When
Any shout? Go ahead, go.
when's GW's number 2 dropping?
I don't want to ever drop a number two. Nah, man. My logic is, you start spreading and your quality drops.
Right.
Um, you can't be two places at once. The reason we're so good is because we're all here all the time. My dad's here, I'm here, my brother's here, my wife works here, I got Rob here, and that's why we're so good. If we start, spreading ourselves out, and things are gonna drop. You're gonna have more hands on the product, and that's when consistency drops. And for what we're trying to do, it's not about for me. It's not about the money. It's about just trying to be the best at what we do. So, I mean, I don't want to open another spot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give for your team?
Yeah, man, just shout out to all of them. And I tell them all the time I appreciate everything they do, and we wouldn't be where we're at without them. All of this, man, you learn right away. You can only do so much by yourself. You got to have a team who has your same vision to be able to get to where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, anything else, guys?
Good, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Badass, man. Badass, man.
So
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
back at it tomorrow then, huh? Or tonight?
Yeah, back at it tomorrow morning, 4
Yeah.
a.m.
4
Ready
a.m.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
man.
Congratulations, dude! Like big time on that,
Awesome.
dude. That's awesome, man. For what y'all are doing down there in the valley, and not only you, but the other guys that are hustling. You know who I'm talking about,
Yeah.
dude.
Grind.
The grind, man. Y'all got on the list, but like I tell these guys all the time, and tell everybody, it's not just the list. Everybody out there is fucking busting their ass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah,
congratulations, dude. And
That's the big thing, man. If you want this, you really got to grind, man. I know the first 2 years that we're open, man. I mean, I wouldn't sleep. I was here day and night. I would sleep a couple hours and come back and get ready for the next day. And man, if you want it, that's what it takes.
well
Yeah.
said. Well said.
Yep.
And you can't take any shortcuts.
No.
Yeah. No shortcuts. No shortcuts for
Good.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure. That's what I want to do. I just want to take it slow and like you said, man, just build your brand, build your customer base. You know what I mean? Then you put out a good product. It'll come. Let's keep
And that's probably my
consistent.
biggest advice, man, is just don't take any shortcuts. I know a lot of people, I mean, even around here, get to know some of the guys, and yeah, they may be busting their ass, but they take a lot of shortcuts, and it's going to show in your product.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would like for you, I would keep the menu simple. Try to make everything from scratch. Don't take shortcuts, and man, just give it your all.
Yeah, that's the plan. So I think I showed Kyle my menu today, and I think my menu is pretty basic, but just gotta start somewhere, I guess, right?
Yeah, Donnie.
It's just doing it right and doing it consistently. That's the key too, man.
Yeah,
Consistency.
yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Well, cool, man. Well, if nobody has anything else, dude, I appreciate you coming on and giving us a little bit of your time. I know we all know that you're busy, and I'm glad we were able to make it happen, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm glad too. I know I gave you a little bit of runaround for a little bit, but I'm busy. I wasn't kidding, man. It's been crazy.
No,
And I got
I
my
know that.
kids, and when I'm not here, I'm with them, and they got they're all in sports, so I got games with them all the time and all that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad we finally got to it.
Yeah, no, I never had any hard feelings. I mean, I know you're busy, like, dude. Yeah, you have to be, right? So the fact that if you can give us an hour, what are we at, an hour and a half right now? So I appreciate it, and then I know you have to get back to it, dude. So thanks.
Sir,
That's all I can
man.
say.
Appreciate you, George.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you all for having me,
Taking the
man.
time.
All right, man. Well, good luck, and we'll be watching for sure.
Yeah, hopefully
Maybe
I
make
get
it
to
down
see
to
y'all
San
soon
Juan.
down here. Yeah, come
Yeah.
down soon.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Thanks,
guys.
man.
Thanks, George.
Thank you. All righty,
George.
guys.
Let him.
Hit Live Barbecue Podcast. What up, boys? What's up, brother?
Man, that was good.
What'd y'all think?
Honestly, stuff I didn't even think about. Kind of learned something, bro.
I like the behind the scenes a little bit more, the restaurant side for sure.
Yeah, dude. Totally different beast, man. Totally different beast, and yeah, we all live busy lives, right? But whenever you have your own brick and mortar, and then something like that happens, it's like a oh shit moment. You know what I mean? Because the lines are not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? And he does. I know. I can imagine he doesn't want to put out a inferior product. To say, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you have to be on it, man. You have to be on it.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
So what
Absolutely.
Serge, you take anything away from that?
oh yeah, for sure, man. I have to re-listen to the episode like I always do. So
It's
try to get
crazy,
as much
huh?
questions as I can get in.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
you re-listen
yeah,
to it, and then you pick up off of,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
kind of
know,
like,
isn't Enoch gonna open up a brick and mortar over there in Hobbs, dude?
yeah, bro. I don't know, man. I'd probably get shut down if you seen the inside of my fucking trailer at a comp. Just by that alone, bro. Yeah, I'd probably get shut down within the first 5 minutes, bro. They'd be looking in there and be like, oh no. Be like, sir, you cannot be having my meat so close to that spare tire. I'd be like, shh.
There'd be fucking half chilies everywhere.
That's chilies
Why is
everywhere.
it so personal, bro? It has chilies, man. Damn, it's that or also you guys always get me.
Donnie. Donnie.
Just picks up
I just pick
hookers.
up
Oh
hookers.
man.
Oh man.
No, dude, that was a good time, man. I'm glad we're able to make it happen, and
Yeah, finally, man.
And just a little bit of different route, right?
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
we'll have another one next week for sure. It's been confirmed. So unless something changes from now until then, we're
Tell them
be looking for that
leave it
one.
hanging. I won't spoil nothing.
You're the secretary, dude. You updated the list.
Well, I know, but I'm just asking if you want me to tell them.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, next week we got Louis Gonzalez with DD, and he's out there at Pinkerton's.
Yeah,
No,
for sure.
go to that one too.
So being
I know he's been quite on the comp scene, but he's still kicking ass, man. What do you have, a 4th place chicken at Memphis in May?
fourth,
something like that?
fifth, third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got something you got paid.
Yeah, somebody did.
Fucking Sam was nervous to tell who the next week's guest was because you ripped his ass last week for doing it.
Donnie, I'll definitely be talking shit next week.
Right on, bro. Good thing we could depend on you, man.
No
Yeah, I
shit.
appreciate you watching, Donnie.
Yes,
For sure,
absolutely.
man. For sure. But yeah, it was like with George. I mean, it was pretty much last minute, to get him on and for him to confirm it and stuff like that. So at least we got that one under our belt. We'll keep rolling and keep rolling with the punches and we'll do it again next week.
Man,
We got some good ones on the list coming up. So
what did I tell you, clowns? July 28th would be a fucking year on the show already.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude. That's nuts. How many weeks is that? Like until then?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
Wow.
Damn.
5 weeks.
And it'll be a year, but it'll be 51 episodes.
Gotta do something big
That's
on
crazy,
that one,
dude.
man.
That's crazy. A belly flop
Oh,
live?
A new one?
dude, they only got a 3-foot pool here.
Yeah.
And
Dude, that's all you need.
Damn. Gotta get my boy all fucked up with vertebrae and shit all fucking dislocated. And shit.
Oh, shit. Are y'all cooking happy or what?
I am. I'll be there, bro.
Hell no,
Yeah.
we ain't telling all. Turn
Yeah.
TV off. You already be giving away my secrets.
There you go. I'll be
Yeah.
taking a shadow class. Sam shadow class.
Do you have all your
I'm not
proteins? You have all your proteins already?
No.
I figured.
No. Yeah, I gotta go Friday. Friday morning.
I figured.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, dude. Good luck, man. Bring it
Thanks,
home.
bro. Appreciate it, Gotta go support the wife,
Yeah. She had judging it.
Yeah, she's doing that one. So
Nice.
I think after that she's got a big break. I think it's not even till actually that one in Midland, what is it, the Helping Hands, whatever?
The tried and true.
Yeah.
The
And
tried
then after
true?
that one it's not till Aaron's
Till Cowboy.
yeah.
When's the one in Midland?
I wanna say I don't know, is it
Is it
September?
July?
I don't know what
July,
the fuck.
September? Let me look.
Be hot as hell. No, they moved to CBA last year, right? Or was it still IBCA last year?
I thought it was still IBC last year. I don't know. Could be wrong. I hope I got to get this right.
Didn't Kyle have a first place pork over there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one. That was IBCA.
Yeah, it was IBC. I really don't
pork.
give a shit, dude. As long as they're handing out fucking trophies and money, it's fucking
Right on, Kyle.
That's all I care about.
Right.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of shit talking from the Guedo stuff online.
Bro,
guys, CBC. Well, how do y'all feel about that?
I think honestly that's a good point. I think on that, honestly, it's gonna. I mean, come on, dude. You're putting something on that huge, and it's a first year event like that. I mean, there's gonna be some hiccups, bro. I mean,
well, it wasn't a first year for the event. It was the first time doing that double thing.
That's what I meant. My bad. I didn't word it right, but yeah, the first of its kind is what I meant.
Yeah,
to say.
first of its kind, absolutely.
Yeah.
With 181 teams, I mean,
come on, dude. That's hard, bro. That's gonna be a challenge in itself.
That's crazy for the promoter and his team.
I must have missed it. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over social media. But whatever.
Right on, Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie. Well, cool, man. We're at an hour and 30. Anything else y'all want to talk about? We're good. We're going to call this an episode. I don't even know what episode this is. What is it? 43? 46?
46.
Not bad. Not bad. We'll do it again next week.
Hell yeah.
Do it again next week.
Right on, fellas.
Next week is going to be another banger, and looking forward to bullshitting with Louis. That'll be a good one, man.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right, boys.
All right,
Thanks again, guys.
Hey, thanks for everybody watching.
Later.
Later.
This is Parrish Randall, And this concludes this episode of Beyond the Smoke. Thanks for stopping by, friend. We hope to see you again real soon. Until next time, happy trails. Until we talk meat again.